Messi. Oh my goodness! It's the best player we've ever seen. Wow, look at that.
26 September 2022. Lionel Messi made a prediction about Kylian Mbappé. He said it publicly, on camera, but almost nobody paid attention. Now, 4 years later, with the 2026 World Cup knockout stage has begun, every single word is becoming reality. Lionel Messi, speaking to TUDN in 2022, was asked about his PSG teammate, and he said this: "Kylian is a different player. In the next few years, he'll be among the very best. No doubt about it." Read that again. Not the best, among the very best. Messi, the most precise football brain alive, does not choose words carelessly. He watched Mbappe every single day in training at Paris Saint-Germain. He saw what Mbappe could do. He also saw something else, something he kept to himself. To understand what Messi saw, you have to go back to the beginning, before the records, before the 180 million euros, before the 80,000 fans at the Bernabeu. You have to go back to a suburb of Paris, where a kid grew up idolizing not Messi, but Cristiano Ronaldo. Kylian Mbappé was born in Paris and raised in Bondy, a working-class banlieue northeast of the city, built mostly by immigrant families. His father Wilfred coached at the local club AS Bondy. Kylian joined the youth team at 6 years old. His youth coach Antonio Riccardi said it immediately. You could tell he was different. He could do things other kids couldn't. By 11, Real Madrid had already invited him to train with their under-12s. By 14, he played a youth trial match for Chelsea in London against Charlton Athletic. That same year, he signed with AS Monaco's academy. 3 years later, December 2015, Monaco's first team, Mbappe is called up. He is 16 years and 347 days. He breaks Thierry Henry's record as Monaco's youngest ever first-team player. The following season, 2016-17, he explodes. 15 league goals, 26 goals in 44 matches. Monaco won Ligue 1 for the first time in 17 years. They reached the Champions League semi-finals, beating Manchester City and Borussia Dortmund along the way. Mbappe scored in 5 of their 6 knockout games. Manchester City offered Monaco $40 million for him. Monaco says no. Then PSG came. $180 million, permanent, second most expensive player in the history of football at that point. And in his first full season, 33 goals in 29 league games, Ligue 1 top scorer. The first of 6 times he would win it, a record that still stands. But the moment that changed everything happened not in Paris, it happened in Russia in the summer of 2018. France won the World Cup. Mbappe scored 4 goals in the tournament, including one in the 4-2 final against Croatia. He became only the second teenager in history to score in a World Cup final. The first was Pelé in 1958. He is 19 years old. Nobody is talking about potential anymore. But after that, the story takes a turn. PSG have been trying to win the Champions League for over a decade. They have spent more than any club on earth. In 2021, they signed Lionel Messi. They have Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, 3 of the greatest attacking players to ever share a dressing room, playing together in Paris. But they did not win the Champions League. In 2019-20, PSG reached their first ever final, but they lost 1-0 to Bayern Munich. Mbappe misses a clear chance in the first half that, in another version of this story, changes everything. In 2020-21, reached semi-finals, but eliminated by Manchester City. Then, in 2021-22, lost to Real Madrid in the round of 16. And then next season, it became even worse. They reached the round of 16 and were eliminated by Bayern Munich. Then, in 2023-2024, eliminated in the semifinal. 7 seasons, 0 Champions League trophy. And then the summer of 2023 came. Things get intense between Mbappe and PSG. Mbappe decided to leave. PSG did not want to lose their most valuable asset for nothing. Because of this, they gave him an ultimatum: sign a new contract or be sold immediately. The relationship between him and PSG was incredibly tense, as the club strongly wanted him to leave a year earlier rather than depart for free. Now he trains separately from the squad. Saudi Arabia arrived with money that would make his head spin, but he refuses. He sees it through, stays 1 more year. And then, in the summer of 2024, he walked out of PSG on a free transfer. €0 to Real Madrid, the club of his childhood dreams. At the Bernabeu presentation, 80,000 people are there to see him arrive. He stands in front of them and says, "It's a dream come true." The assumption, stated openly, widely, is that this is where Mbappe finally gets his Champions League. Real Madrid, the 15-time European champions, the defending title holders, the greatest club in the history of the competition. Add Mbappe, collect trophies. In 2024-25, Mbappe scores 43 goals across all competitions. He wins the Pichichi as La Liga's top scorer. He wins the European Golden Boot. Every time Real Madrid needs a big goal in the league, he delivers it. But the Champions League does not come. First leg of the quarterfinals at the Emirates, Arsenal 3-0 Real Madrid. Mbappe scored 0 goals, 0 impact. He watches 3 Declan Rice and Mikel Merino goals go in and can do nothing. Second leg at the Bernabeu, Mbappe struggles. He limps off in the 75th minute after an ankle injury. Real Madrid are eliminated 5-1 on aggregate. And then the cruelest thing. The club Mbappe spent 7 years at, PSG, and in their first season without him, they won the Champions League for the first time in their history. Then, PSG also won the 2025-26 Champions League final, beating Arsenal on penalties, becoming back-to-back champions, only the second team to do so since Real Madrid in 2016-18. PSG has now won it twice without Mbappe, while he's been eliminated in the quarterfinals both seasons since leaving the club. The headline that appears across European football is Mbappe Champions League kryptonite? It is a brutal question, but nobody dismisses it. Though this greatness cannot be evaluated with this, because he has 70 Champions League goals in 98 appearances, among the greatest scoring records in the history of the competition. Not a number you associate with a player who cannot handle the big stage. In 2025-26, Mbappe won La Liga's Pichichi again, 25 goals, back-to-back golden boots. Real Madrid reaches the UCL quarterfinals again, this time eliminated by Bayern Munich. Mbappe scored, but ultimately not enough. Then the 2026 World Cup came, and something shifts. June 16th, Newark, New Jersey Stadium, France versus Senegal. Mbappe scores twice. In the same match, he became France's all-time leading international goalscorer, 58 goals, overtaking Olivier Giroud, who had held the record since March 2024. He is the country's greatest ever scorer, at just 27. June 22nd, Philadelphia, France versus Iraq. Mbappe scored twice again. 16 World Cup goals total, drawing level with Miroslav Klose, second most by a man in the history of the tournament. He also became the youngest Frenchman to reach 100 international caps at 27 years and 184 days old. Then on June 26th, Boston, France versus Norway. Mbappe is managed carefully. He still plays. France won 4-1. Ousmane Dembélé scores a hat-trick. France finished Group I with 3 wins, 10 goals scored, a perfect record, through to the knockout stage. And still, in the same tournament, Messi has the all-time highest World Cup goals. A journalist asks Mbappe who the best player in this World Cup is, between himself, Messi, Kane, and Haaland. He doesn't hesitate. Messi is the best player, along with Cristiano, that's clear. I'm trying to help my team win another World Cup. The rest is just debate for the journalists. This is a man with 16 World Cup goals, chasing the record, standing in the same tournament as the record holder, and he still says the other man is better. Now, let's go back to 2022. Messi said, "In the next few years, he'll be among the very best. No doubt about it." He was right. Mbappe is France's all-time leading scorer. He has 70 Champions League goals. He has won 6 Ligue 1 titles, 2 La Liga Golden Boots, and a World Cup. He is, by almost every individual measure, one of the 2 or 3 best players alive. Among the very best. Exactly what Messi said. But here is what nobody caught at the time. Messi said it in 2022, 3 years before Mbappe left PSG, 4 years before this World Cup. He watched Mbappe every day in training. He saw the speed, the finishing, the physicality. He also saw a team game that was still being assembled. Yeah, the Champions League question is real. The critics are not wrong to ask it. But ask yourself this, Messi's own Champions League record with PSG, 0. The competition does not care about names. It cares about systems, timing, and what surrounds you. Mbappe is 2 goals behind Messi in the 2026 World Cup, with the knockout rounds just beginning. France will be playing Sweden in the round of 32. If Mbappe finishes this tournament as the all-time World Cup top scorer, having overtaken Messi's record, and France lift the trophy on July 19th in New York, the conversation changes completely. Messi saw something that the world only partly understood. He said it carefully, among the very best. No doubt about it. He was right. He just did not say which tournament would prove it.